we're gonna try to get this level of detail of results from these grids of information. 1 hour might be a bit ambitious for discovering how Zillow works with data and exporting that to a sheet. I've already dipped into this a little bit, so hopefully it does happen, and if not, I'll make a follow-up episode to this. So let's get going. So the issue here is that if we go to Zillow.com, there's the only way to view properties is in this grid layout. There doesn't appear to be any option to export this as a table, or just to even view it as a table. Now, if you look at Redfin, you can search for property. When you search for a property like I have here, the results that come up can either be shown in a photo view, or so similar to Zillow, or in a table. And the table actually has a download option down here, and I had already downloaded the table, so I can just show what it looks like, and you get all these nice data points from Redfin's search results page. Yeah, in Zillow, I searched for their help, and I searched through the help and couldn't find anything. Like, I did try download and extract or table, and table, and I couldn't find any new options. So, well, first I want to get more comfortable if I'm going to be to sit for an hour. So, a pillow here. Yeah, that's it. I recently made a similar video for how to extract spreadsheet data from web pages, and I'll link to that in the description. This one's going to take a slightly different direction because I noticed something interesting about how Zillow returns results when you run a search. We could, as I did in the previous video, go here and find out like what classes map to which elements, and write some JavaScript or something to extract this directly from the page. But as you can see, this Zillow isn't actually, I don't think it's as parsable as some other sites may be. So this 3-bedroom number here, there's no metadata on this bold for the or this, I guess, I don't know, text for B, and so the only way you know that it stands for beds is that it follows this BDS. So like the data doesn't lend itself to like easy interpretation. Luckily, something else happens when you search, and now for this we're going to look at the network tab. I'm going to clear the logs. So this is only going to record network activity that happens when we interact with the page. I click that search button. It runs the search, and you get a bunch of results down here. I'm just looking for anything interesting. In particular, the kind of activity I'm looking for has to do with, what is that? Get search page stage. It's a little different. So this looks interesting. This is async create search page state. So I'm going to clear all the results again, and this time, since I have this one page of results here, I'm going to go to the second page. I'm going to just make sure that stays clear as much as possible. I don't want too much noise to gather. Okay, good. Let's quickly move from the bottom here. Collect, active, view. I'm just going up to see if anything looks interesting. And here again, this is that Zillow create page stage, and here it says search equals 6. I don't know what that means, but this is a cookie. Please no one hack me. As I go up these things, there's Google Analytics. Okay, so, and I want to know what the response is here. And there we have it. You can see that there's a bunch of like, so let me copy this into and so we can see that this is actually a list of property data. So let's see how long this is. This is 40 results. Interesting. Now the next thing I want to know is if there was something in the request payload, which, so let's find that again. Well, let's trigger it again. So New York, I'll just do New Orleans. And look at this list once more. Fig. Interesting. So I don't see it this time. Auction, search results, ads. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'm back to using Vivaldi by accident. So I think there definitely is something happening in Vivaldi that prevents this from being run. Now that I can see that we have a response with a decent amount of data. I mean, it's 40 results, but like it has all the data points I think we'll probably be looking for. And so, by mistake. So, and I prefer to just search for stuff here. MLS. Okay. So, I'm just looking at what information we sent down to search query state. So I'm going to just copy this payload, copy object. So this is the data that was sent with the request to, is there a request? Is there a limit on the number of current pagination? So maybe if I remove pagination, it's map visible, false. Interesting. Sort selection. True. So I'm just trying to get a rough understanding of what this endpoint does. So now that we see that there is this async create search page or state, I'm actually just going to check this request URL to see if we can get some more interesting information from it. All right, we're almost a third of the way done, and I still haven't written any code yet. We're still discovering. So I'm just gonna do a quick reassessment and see if this still makes sense. Yes, I think it still makes sense. So that we can have something workable in 38 minutes. So in Postman, I'm going to try to replicate the results that we got in the browser. So because it'll be a little bit easier to work from here, and I don't know if I should make a new collection. I will. I make a collection for Zillow, and here I'll make a add request, a new request, and I'm going to model this request after the one here that gave us that payload with all the property information. But first I just want to like play around and see what it does. So I'm just going to do a get and see what it says, what it returns. And I'm not providing any information to it. In the original request, you can see there was a payload with the search query state item here, but I'm not yet gonna use that. I just want to see what this does on its own. So I'm gonna do a get. I'm also going to do a head. It doesn't return anything. I'm just curious now. In there, or okay, view source. So this is the payload. I'm just gonna put the payload here and go into beautify, and then I'm going to send that. Error, the request could not be satisfied. Interesting. Okay. This request method is put. Oh, so that's why it's not working, perhaps. Put. All right, there we go. All the data I hope is in here now. So this is also like 6,300 rows, so it probably is 40 or something results. All right, so we have 40 results, 40. I really, I'm gonna just now look at what, if there's something in the body here, we can tweak still. Region type, repagination. So now I'm just kind of, I'm just guessing. I'm just deleting things and seeing how they affect the output. Let's debug request. Oh, what happens if I change the results per page here? Is there a way to? Oh, this is this is not great. You can't change the default number of results. So let me see if that we can if we can put that in here. Search results per page 5, or let me just be conservative to start. 100. Search. Or actually, I said is debug request false. Total count 93. Yeah, I don't think we got any more results from this. We're just gonna copy the same request that we have here and save. All right, so I put a breakpoint here so that when this runs again, and I'm pressing Control Enter to run it. When this runs, now we can actually take this data and then do something with it. So, and then like see what's happening. Like we can, you can probably get the point. Data, that. So now if we want to change this, we're probably gonna do some kind of loop. Like, yes, I still looked this up. Okay, so I'm gonna do the well, first we test it out here, right? So data dot for each. I don't know why that did. It says undefined. Oh, because this is a. Why is this type? It's an object. Okay, listing is also an object. So actually, I probably just want to map here. Listing. So we probably do like. And did we get, yeah, we get the full results. You know, it's always an interesting as the feeling of defeat sets in, knowing that you tried your hardest. I'm just being melodramatic. It was kind of cool to see how this worked, but it's time for a short break. I'm gonna put a cap on this first attempt, but I did get this to work eventually, and I will post follow-up videos of what that looked like, although the purpose of this video was to really show the process and what it looks like. I mean, when I code for fun, or in my free time, essentially try to find a problem that is either personal or like interesting to me, and solve it. If ideally it doesn't already have a solution, or the solution, or I come up with a novel solution, and that makes it a little bit more interesting and adds to the challenge. So that's what I try to do here. I do think I found an interesting enough solution to keep going with. I will likely make a Chrome extension out of it, so I may not actually want to share like the code at this point, but or all of it anyway. But yeah, if anyone is trying to balance work and code in your spare time, that's kind of what this looks like on my end. Yeah, I'm curious what other people do, and what kind of stuff, when you have free time, what code do you work on, if any. So yeah, I hope this was insightful. Stay tuned if you're interested to see what the end product looks like. I will see you in the next one. Bye.